And hello everyone and welcome to round 5 of the GAMRA Waffle Grand National Series here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia, getting ready to bring you what we hope will be an exciting weekend of racing. First, we start off with the Go or Go Home event to find out which 6 drivers will be added to the 18 cars already in the main event. Here we go. Green flag is out. Eric Monaco, Deb Bunnell leads us to the green. Green flag is out and we're underway here at Atlanta. Coming down the back straightaway here is a fast Atlanta Motor Speedway. Side by side, here comes the number 900 of Tyler Faber trying to take the lead. So complete lap number 1. I believe the 88 led that lap. However, the number 900 is looking to take and complete the pass. Or no, actually the number 900 barely beat the 88. My bad there. As here comes Paul Jackson, the number 33, trying to make his way to the front of the field. All of these guys obviously hoping to make the main event here. Some of these guys have had better success than others this year. As the number 58 of Mark Nutt in the wall, hard in the wall. It's going to be very difficult for him to make it back here. It's only a 17-lap race, and you're going to have to give everything you got to make it here. Battling for second, battling for third, battling for fourth. Trying to make it into the top 6 to make it into the main event. Number 79 of Deb Bunnell trying to make it past the number 88 of Eric Monaco. Deb Bunnell's team hasn't made a race yet this season. They're really hoping to make a race here, especially with I don't think any 3 of their cars on their team have actually made a race this season, so they really need to try to make this race and try to get some financial resources to be able to continue running this 3-car team. As there's a battle coming with 3 wide. That's David Anderson, I believe, and the number 41 trying to make the pass as the number 009 of John Christchurch trying to get up into the top 6. Going 3 wide here, I believe. Yes, he will. Trying to hold it on as 4 wide now. 4 wide here, battling outside the top 6, trying to get as far front as they can, trying to get into the top 6 here. Only 5 laps in this event, but they know they're only going to have 12 laps to go after this lap. They really need to get going here. So here comes number 33 of Paul Jackson, trying to get into Tyler Faber for the race lead. As we know, while it's nice to win this event, that's not the important thing. The important thing is to try to make it into the top 6. But as you know, these guys are racers. They want to win every single event they can. Doesn't matter if it's the Go or Go Home event or the main event. Number 900 of Tyler Faber trying to hold off this hungry pack of cars behind him. 33 of Paul Jackson. 79 of Deb Bunnell. Number 88 of Eric Monaco. Number 009 of John Christchurch. And at the line, number 53 of John Bunnell would be in the race. But as we can already see, 3 wide behind them. Looks like Shrimp Ingress makes his way into the top 6. As Paul Jackson takes the lead, Eric Monaco looks down low, trying to get below the number 900 for second place. Continues battling all throughout this pack. Here goes John Christchurch. Has past the number 79 of Deb Bunnell, battling for second. To the 88 of Eric Monaco, the number 900 of Tyler Faber. Battling here. Here comes the number 10 of Alexander Rowe, trying to make his way in the main event. Passing the number 59 of Shrimp Ingress. Here they come. Coming down here with only 9 laps to go. Can the number 33 of Paul Jackson hold them off? And the number 900 of Tyler Faber, the rear of Eric Monaco, keep themselves in the top 6, as well as the rest of the field trying to make their way in the main event. As we come down here in the late portion of this Go or Go event, Paul Jackson is leading here at Atlanta. So here they come, coming down, just 7 laps to go. Tyler Faber, the 900, makes his way back up to the front. His teammate, the number 009 of John Christchurch, trying to make his way to the lead here. Right now with 7 laps to go, the top 6 is as follows. Number 900 of Tyler Faber, the number 009 of John Christchurch, the number 33 of Paul Jackson, the number 88 of Eric Monaco, the number 10 of Alexander Rowe, and the number 79 of Deb Bundle, desperately trying to hold on and help her team make their first race of the season. And number 59 of Shrimp Ingrate, trying to make his way into the main event, as well as Stan in Favor, trying to make his way into the number 7. These cars trying behind him, trying desperately to make it up there. It looks like Mark Nutt has started to reel his way back in, but he may not have enough laps as they're battling for third here. Teammate between the 88 and the 10. And number 33 of Paul Jackson is beginning to slide back here. He's going to try to make the crossover move work, trying to give himself a little bit more of a buffer, trying to stay in the top 6. 5 laps to go, this time by the number 009 of John Christchurch, trying to reign in the lead, while the 900 and the 88 trying to battle back. 5 laps to go. The number 009 of John Christchurch leads the as here they come, under 3 laps to go. The top 6 of Tyler Faber, John Christchurch, Paul Jackson, Shrimp Ingrate, Eric Monaco, and Alexander Rowe look to pulled away from the rest of the field. Stan in Favor in 7th, trying to do everything he can to make it back up there, but it looks like it's going to be too little too late. Here they come, 2 laps to go. Here at Atlanta, number 900 of Tyler Faber trying to hold him off at bay. Here comes the number 33 of Paul Jackson, down under John Christchurch in the 009. He's not content with just riding in 2nd or 3rd and making it comfortably into the main event. He's looking to win here at Atlanta. Here comes the number 33, down the inside, coming down, less than 2 miles to go. Paul Jackson takes the lead here, coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go. Here in the go home race. Stan in Favor trying to make it back up to these top 6, trying to make something happen, but it looks like it's going to be too little too late. Paul Jackson leads them off down the back straightaway. Front 6 trying to stay single file, but Eric Monaco trying to make the move on Shrimp Ingrate. Stan in Favor trying for one last chance. Doesn't look like what's going to happen. They're battling for 3rd, but as they come down the start-finish line, Paul Jackson, number 33, wins the go home race here at Atlanta. Let's go take a look at your full finishing results for this go home race.
Drivers, start your engines!
And hello everyone, and welcome to round 5 of the GAMRA Waffle Grand National Series. Here we are at Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia, getting ready to bring what we hope will be an exciting race. As the field comes off the road, let's take a look at your starting lineup as we go racing here at Atlanta. And as the pace car pulls off, the 21 of Hannah Allen and the number 3 of John Arnott lead us down the green flag. Here they come. Green flag is out, and we're underway here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As they come down the back straightaway, as they begin to fan out, already 3 wide in the back. The number 21 Motorcraft Ford for Hannah Allen trying to lead them off. As they come off of turns 3 and 4, they're 3 wide and possibly 4 wide behind them. These first couple of laps are extremely important. Hannah Allen leads lap number 1. You're going to see these guys go on the top to the bottom and the middle, trying to pick up as much track position as possible. Because as these tires wear down, this track is extremely rough. As these tires wear down, it becomes more and more difficult to pass as the race goes along. These guys know they got to go everything they can. Here comes Adam Vincent in the number 61 down the bottom, trying to make the pass. 3 wide. Looks like he's going to complete the pass for 3rd. Going to try to complete the pass for 2nd here. Coming down past after lap 2. Still 3 wide. 2, 3, 4 rows deep. There's number 8 of Lawrence DuBois trying to make it his way into the top 5. A lot of just cars all over the place right now, trying to figure out how to make up to the front as best as they can. 3 wide, almost 4 wide. Audrey Bernaskis in the 81 looking down, trying to get down the bottom. There goes Dan Lewis in the number 2 as well, trying to make his way up to the front of the field. Crazy racing right now in this early part of this race. Extremely important to get up to the front and try to that track position for the later part of this race, the later part of this run. It's a 49-lap race, not super long, but they are expected to make a pit stop at some point after halfway. As you look here, cars are already starting to single file a little bit. They expect these guys to be really racy. Here goes the number 8 of Lawrence Dubois going underneath the number 21 of Hannah Allen for the lead. Here comes Lawrence Dubois in the number 8 Moonline Racing car in the DeMaco Chevy, trying to mix his way to the front. Here's the number 2 of Dan Lewison, trying to make his way to the front of the field. His teammate Marcus Duncan's not too far behind him. These two guys trying to get up front, trying to win a race here. Here comes the number 2, closing in on the number 8 as we come to complete lap number 5. Exciting racing going on now. 3 wide behind them for third. Marcus Duncan trying to follow his teammate up into the front. Here's the number 2, Dan Lewison, trying to make the run down the bottom. The number 2 team trying to have a good race here. He hasn't had quite the level of success that his teammate has had in the early part of the season, but here he goes down the bottom as they come to complete lap number 6. The number 2, Dan Lewison, takes the lead here at Atlanta. As you can see, the field's beginning to spread out already 6 laps into this race. Tire wear is beginning to become a little bit more of a factor. These cars really trying to give it everything they can in the early part of this run. Here comes the number 8 back down to the bottom. Lawrence Dubois trying to make his way back up to the lead. This team has been very good this season, more so with John Arndt, but Lawrence Dubois has had plenty of speed in his car, just not quite the same level of success. And here comes the number 1, as well as the number 13, Heather Holden. She's had quite possibly one of the better surprising runs to the early part of this season. As she moves her way up to third, battle for the lead here though. Number 1 of Marcus Duncan, number 8 of Lawrence Dubois battling. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater Sr. making his way into the top 5. He's had a very strong car this year. Here, him and his teammate Flying Aces racing the 24 and the 48 have both had very strong runs to begin this season. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater Sr. closing in on the number 2, but here comes the number 8 of Lawrence Dubois trying to make his way up to the front, up to the lead here. So they're coming around to complete lap number 9, starting lap number 10. Here comes the number 8. Puts his nose underneath the number 1, trying to make it happen. Not quite going to do it there, but I think he's going to try to make the run as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1. 3 wide behind them, going for third. Here comes the number 8, though, trying to make it happen. Once again, you're beginning to see the tire wear really begin to take a factor here. Side by side, down the back straightaway. Here they come. Lawrence Dubois takes the lead as they're about to come to complete lap number 10. The field behind him is racing. But as they complete lap number 10, the number 8 of Lawrence Dubois leading here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It wouldn't take long for the number 1 of Marcus Duncan and the number 48 of Tom Griffin Jr., however, to get back to the front of the field here. Number 1, Marcus Duncan down the bottom, trying to make his way up to the lead. 5-car breakaway at the front of the pack. Still 3 and 4 wide behind them for 7th, 8th, 9th place, trying to make their way to the front of the field here. As you look here, 3 wide, 2-3 rows deep. The number 61 of Adam Vincent trying to get away from these guys. Number 2 of Dan Lewis and number 21 of Hannah Allen, who were up front earlier in the early part of this race. But here comes the number 1 of Marcus Duncan down the bottom, really trying everything he can. You can tell the tire wear is really beginning to be a factor, as the outside and being able to keep up the momentum on the outside is playing more and more an advantage, particularly in turns 1. It looks like turns 3, as you can see here, Marcus Duncan and Bobby Jones going from 4th, trying to go from 4th to 2nd in a corner here. Bobby Jones, number 29, Valvoling Machine, trying to make his way to the front of the field. As they come to complete lap number 14, coming on lap number 15 here, Bobby Jones in the 29, trying to make his way up to the front of the pack. As you look here, there comes the number 40 and number 24. Teammates, Flying Aces Racing teammates, battling here for third, trying to get up to the front of this field. Again, like mentioned earlier, these two guys have been probably the 2 best 2-car pairing here in the series in the early part of this season. As here they come down the bottom, trying to make that inside line work as the grip worsens and worsens every lap, it seems. And here comes the number 48, just barely completes the pass on the 29. The 24 battling underneath the 8, trying to make his way up to the front. Bobby Jones not trying to make the crossover back, but as they come to complete lap number 16, as these guys are battling, Marcus Duncan, number 1, is leading here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. A few laps later, and this battle is still continuing for second place. The number 8 of Lawrence Dubois, 48 of Tom Griffin Jr., 29 of Bobby Jones, the 24 Zachary Fitzwater Sr., all battling, and this has allowed the number 1 to get away a little bit, try to build up a little bit of a lead as we're coming to 20 laps through this race. Here comes the number 24 underneath his teammate, number 48, as well as I believe, yes, that's the number 61 of Adam Vincent for Blue Flare Motorsports, trying to make his way up to the front of the field. Battling his way up to fourth. Maybe he saves a little bit of tires for the later part of this run. He's doing a really nice job right now. As here they come. He's making his way up to third place. Really driving it well here as they come to the later part of this run. Number 95, Max Anderson as well. He's making his way up to the front of the field. But battle for the lead. Lawrence Dubois, Marcus Duncan, probably the 2 best cars so far in this race, making their way up to the front of the field, trying to make it happen. Looks like for right this moment, the number 1 is going to hold them off as they're battling behind them once again. 2 wide, maybe 3 wide coming to turn 1. Will Max Anderson do it? Yes, he will. He's going to try to go to the bottom, trying to make his way up into the top 5. A great 7-car battle here as you look even more, as these guys are battling, the guys behind them are also making their way up to the front of the field, trying to make this a 10 or 11 car battle for the lead here. As you can tell, those guys on the outside, it's if you can make the run on the outside work, it's really good, particularly through turns 1 and 2. But if you don't have the grip up there and you're sliding around and you're a little bit loose, it's really hard to keep up the momentum. And the inside groove is a little bit more stable, we'll say. As here comes the number 40 of Tom Griffin Jr. back down at the bottom, trying to make his way back up here. As you look here, the pack is beginning to grow a little bit more. Here comes the number 2, Dan Lewis, and back up to this battle. 21 of Van Allen and the 3 of John Hart. We haven't even heard of John Hart today. He's trying to creep his way up into the top 10. As you look at the fastest laps, Dan Lewison and Lawrence Dubois were the 2 fastest laps so far in this race. I'm sure these cars are probably quite a few, maybe up to a second off of what they were running at the beginning of this race. As you look here, the number 8 battling back by the number 61, or attempting to. The number 61 in that Starbucks machine's really trying hard to keep this second place now that he's got it. As you look to the number 95, Max Anderson's made his way up through here. He's trying to get his way up to the front. All these cars battling hard here, trying to get up to the front of this field and trying to catch this guy, the number 1 of Marcus Duncan. As Marcus Duncan clearly looks like he's probably got the best car of this race between him and Lawrence Dubois, and ever since the number 1's gotten the lead, he has not given it up. Number 95 trying to make his way up to the front 3. But as they come to complete lap number 26, pit stop should be starting soon. We'll see if this stays green before pit stops, but as they come over turns 3 and 4, Marcus Duncan leads here at Atlanta. However, a caution would come out for debris in turns 3 and 4, changing the entire aspect of this race. The number 1 of Marcus Duncan leads them coming out of the caution flag. Pit stops are expected. We'll see if there's any strategy calls, but I expect everyone to take 4 tires. I wouldn't see a reason why. Number 1 of Marcus Duncan here leading at Atlanta under caution. As here they come down pit road. Gonna be interesting to see if there's any strategy calls played. Whoa, the number 95, there's several cars. Several cars are playing the strategy call. The number 95 and the number 21, I think, just came for fuel only. Some cars are coming in for 2 tires. I believe the Marcus Duncan and the number 1 came in for 4 tires. This is going to change the entire complexity of this race. I did not expect that many cars to play strategy here. That is going to be extremely interesting as they come down the road. I think Marcus Duncan's going to be back in 9th, 10th, 11th position maybe. The leader of this race, I believe, will be the number 95 as they get ready to go back racing. Here they come. Pace car is off. The number 1 of Marcus Duncan is back in 9th place, but he's got 4 fresh tires. Green flag is back in the air. Number 95 of Max Anderson leads them here as he goes up to the high side. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. but I expect the number one to be back up front here before the end of this race. I know it's only 19 laps to go, but these guys, I believe most of them came down for fuel only, and maybe a couple of them pitted for 2 tires. But here comes the number 21, Hannah Allen, down the bottom. Something's going on with the number 295, number 21. Something may have happened on their pit stops. I am not sure, but these two guys, they came in and out of pit road really fast. I'm not quite so sure what happened to them. They may have not got enough fuel. I am not sure. That's really unfortunate break for both of those teams. But as we head back up here, battling here, there's the number one, kind of mired in that 9th, 10th position here, trying to make things happen. This has been very interesting strategy by a lot of these guys. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. though, back in the front of the field. Lawrence Du Bois trying to make things happen here. Head off number 1. Here comes the number 8, trying to get number 24. Gets his nose in there. I think there's a crash in the back. There was. Caution flag is out. Number 13, Heather Holden. 59, Shrimp Ingress 900, Tyler Thaber. Big crash. Let's take a look at what happened there as we are now under caution here at Atlanta. As we look here, just not quite enough space. 13 may have slipped a little bit. The 900 and the 59 just had no room there. Really unfortunate break for all three of them, especially for Heather Holden there. Let's take a look on our onboard camera. 13 just a little bit too much, not quite enough space there. Unfortunate break for her. She has a very good start to this race. Let's take you back down to the green flag here at Atlanta. We get ready to go back to green here. A few things to note before we go back racing with 12 laps to go. 13 of Heather Holden has fallen out of the race, unfortunately, for her incident. 59 the 900 continued. The number 95 and the number 21 down at the bottom. They're a lap down. They're both very fast race cars, so it's going to be interesting to see if they're a factor in the front part of this field before the end of this race. Green flag is back out. We're underway here once again in Atlanta. 12 laps to go. Number 8 of Lawrence Du Bois got a very good start, got a very good jump. Trying to pull away here from the rest of this field. I tell you what though, this caution may have helped or hurt. I don't know if it helped or hurt the number 1 of Marcus Duncan, but it may have given him a little bit of time to think about how to get up through this field. As you can tell, he's on the bottom. He's trying to make things happen. Number 24, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. trying to make his way past the lap 4 of the 21. You can tell these guys are already trying to make it 3 wide. This race is a bit of a different field than the first part of this race because there's different strategies. And look at the number 1. He just blasted his way through these guys. Look at him go. He's trying to blast through everybody here right now. He knows he's got 4 Goodyear tires. He's trying to make his way to the front of the field. Number 8 is 8 of Kyle Collins. A very impressive run right now. It looks like he may also have pitted for 4 tires in that run. He's trying to make his way to the front. John Arndt in the number 3 again. We have not talked about him at all today. He's been very good at the beginning of the season. The number 21 just passed the number 8. Here comes Marcus Duncan in the number 1. He will take the lead here. Coming in 10 laps to go. A huge pass for the lead. I'm telling you guys, he's got 4 Goodyear tires. I'm not sure they're going to catch him before the end of this race. 24, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. makes his way up to 2nd place. These guys are still battling really hard here. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. These guys spreading out, trying to make everything they can get here. And the number 21, number 95, still hanging around here. Number 21's really hoping for caution right now, but I don't think it's going to matter because the number 1, Marcus Duncan, though. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater Sr. He's trying to make his way past number 1. Not quite going to happen. Number 1 gets a big run off the corner. I'll tell you guys something. That number 1 car may have just won this race on that strategy, possibly on that caution coming out. These 2 guys behind him, I do not believe, had 4 tires. It's going to be very difficult for them to pass them. You can tell they can't even get by the number 21 car, who's right now a lap down. Of course, it's if she's up to speed, she can maintain. She's good to race, although it's not necessarily smiled upon by the rest of her competitors. But she's certainly got a quick enough race car to do it. Look here, back here a little bit. Looks like the number 61 of Adam Vincent battling back here. Tom Griffin Jr. Hasn't had quite the level of speed we expected, maybe a little bit out of him for how strong of a start he's had this season. Number 8, Here comes the 08 and the 61, though these two guys have been, especially Kyle Collins in the later part of this race, have been very surprising here. Number 8 trying to get back by the number 24. This race, I'm telling you what, we're coming down to it. 6 laps to go. I think this race is pretty much over at this point for the lead. I think it's a battle for second. Marcus Duncan is driving away 2/10, tenth and a half, 2/10 faster than these guys right now on those 4 fresh tires. At this point, even though caution comes out, I think the race may be basically over. There might be a lap or 2 left, if at best. 5 laps to go. Marcus Duncan pulling away here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Come down to it. Less than 3 laps to go. Coming 2 laps to go here for the number 1 of Marcus Duncan. He is pulled away from the rest of this field. No problem for him right now. If you look here, the number 95 is battling here. Wait, what is going on? What happened? Why is the entire field coming down pit road? Are they short? I'm hearing there might have been a mistake in the fuel process for these teams because they're all coming down pit road. This is very unusual, unexpected. I do not know what is going on. White flag is out. Marcus Duncan's taking the white flag. More cars are coming down pit road. This is very strange. I'm not sure what happened here with just 2 laps to go and the white flag. Is, I believe now 17 of Roman Rahal, maybe in second right now. This is wild. I'm not sure what happened here, but it's not going to matter because the guy who was going to win the race is going to win the race anyway by an even bigger margin now. Marcus Duncan comes off of turns 4. He's going to dominate here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Marcus Duncan takes the victory in the number 1 Samsung machine. Congratulations to him. As for this finishing results, it's going to be crazy. I have no idea where everyone's at. We're going to have to wait until the field goes through and see what happens here. I have no idea where everyone finished. But once again, congratulations to number 1 of Marcus Duncan for taking the victory. Let's take a look at your finishing results and see where everyone finished here. A wild and wacky finish here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As you look at your full finishing results, officially 2 cars finished on the lead lap. Marcus Duncan with a well-deserving win. You know, even with all that wackiness that happened at the end, he was going to win this race pretty much no matter what. And Roman Rahal, we didn't talk about all race long, comes through with a great second-place finish. John R. and Paul Jackson, Marty Guido, right now your top 5. And how about Hannah Allen and Max Anderson coming away with 6th and 7th place finishes after they thought their race was done. Lawrence Dubois, a very surprising finish for Tyler Faber in 9th, 10th Kyle Collins, Fitzwater Sr., Haxley III, Christchurch, Vincent, and Bianca right now your top 15. Sacco, Baranowskis, Monaco, Jones, and Lewis are now your top 20. Rowe, Tom Griffin Jr., really unfortunate breaker for him in the 48. Has obviously affected him the most. Shrimp Ingrits and Heather Holden, who fell out of the race in the crash. I want to thank you all for watching this race. We hope you enjoyed them. Hope we see you next time. Here are your point standings after round 5 at Atlanta. We thank you all for watching this race. God bless.